100 foods to eat before you die. I've been traveling and eating all around the world, and here are the 100 foods you need to eat before you die. And these are in no particular order, so add them to your food bucket list. Number 36, Barbacoa. I am so excited for this. I love Brazilian barbecue, and I always wanted to try it here in Brazil. This is gonna be another check off the food bucket list. I am here at Barbacoa, one of the most famous barbecue spots here in São Paulo. And here we go. This is so exciting. This buffet is amazing. As soon as you walk inside, I mean, this is such a beautiful restaurant. People are so nice here in the buffet. It's beautiful. All sorts of fresh and cooked veggies, cheeses, meats, seafood. There's seared tuna, there's asparagus, artichoke, heart of palms. Everything's laid out so perfectly. Mushrooms, ham, peppers, chilies, everything you might want to go with your endless meat is pretty much here. And look at the bread basket. I know this is gonna be my biggest challenge not to eat all this, but usually at a Brazilian barbecue in the US, you just get the cheese biscuits. Oh, but here there's all sorts of stuff. This is a Brazilian pastel, basically a pastry stuffed with beef, and this thing is stuffed with beef. I couldn't help but get a lot of stuff from the salad bar. Some octopus salad. Some mushroom, I think this is tossed in mustard dressing. Oh, that's freaking amazing. It's vinegary and mustardy. That's gonna go so good with me. Freshly sliced ham as well. Also, got some tuna. That's delicious. Look at this, artichoke with peppercorn inside. I don't know exactly what that was, but it was some sort of delicate smoked fish that disappeared as soon as it touched my tongue. Wow. Also, I got some cheese to dip in my, I think this is some mango jam. Everything I had on this buffet is either flavored perfectly, cooked perfectly, or just the freshest it can be. For the condiments they brought over, there's some pickled onions, some butter, and a little dish of oils and herbs. I got some garlic and peppers on the side. There's some barbecue sauce as well. And what's really interesting is this medallion that starts and stops your meat parade. First time I've ever seen this, not a piece of cardboard. So let the meat parade begin. First two cuts, I got a lamb rib and a piece of sirloin. And a couple different types of rice. Wow. The rice that's more yellow is stewed with little pieces of beef that is not only delicious, it is spicy. This is like some sort of super spicy fried rice. Wow, and look at how perfectly cooked that lamb is. That juice is just dying to flow out. Nice amount of fat right by the bones. Oh, boom. This is the juiciest, most tender, and again, the juiciest, like a waterfall of juiciest lamb rib I've ever had in my life. This is unbelievable how much juice is in here. Oh my gosh, especially that fattier part right by the bone where it's extra charred. That part is just the best. It's extra charred also, is nice and fatty. Holy moly, this is so amazing. They also brought over some fried polenta and fried banana. This is so beautiful. This is the airiest crunch on the outside. Inside, fluffy, soft polenta. The fried banana is amazing as well. The degree to which they fried it is just a master class in cooking. Perfect little crunch on the outside. Inside, you got that sweet, mushy banana. This is so beyond good. The sirloin is lean, but still ridiculously juicy and tender. Beautiful smoky flavor in this cut of beef. Chase it with some raw pickled garlic. This is exactly what I thought my first Brazilian barbecue experience in Brazil would be like. Bite after bite of mind-blowing food, especially this lamb. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. I think that's a chimichurri. Put a little chimichurri on here. Oh, that's even better. I love this place so much. Next meat that came over, it's a cut of roast. This one is a little dry. It's very tender, but it's dry. Lamb came by again. Literally cut this with my fork with not much effort. Oh, their chimichurri is so good. It's vinegary, it's fragrant, perfect complement for the meat. They just brought over a piece of grilled cheese. Oh, this thing has so much char. Picanha, the best cut of meat at any Brazilian barbecue. Oh my gosh. I've been to a lot of Brazilian barbecues. That is the most melt in your mouth piece of picanha I've ever had. This thing is so beautifully charred. Got that great smoky flavor. Of course, that little piece of fat. The piece with the fat is just the best. They just brought over another cut of picanha. And this one's a little medallion. Look at this. Oh, look at all that juice. This looks like it's cooked to absolute perfection. Oh my God. The juiciest steak I've ever had at a Brazilian barbecue, hands down. And right now, the meat just keeps coming. I got a piece of flank steak here. It's more lean, but man, this thing is tender and juicy. It just brought over a blood sausage. Heck to the yes. Every single culture seems to have their own version of blood sausage, and I love them all. Snappy casing, rich, rustic flavors. The filling is way smoother, creamier than other blood sausages I've had. Next up, some rib and more picanha. This is really good. Fatty, juicy, perfectly seasoned. This is a super flavorful cut of meat. Picanha round two. If it's possible, this thing just keeps getting more and more tender. Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Very good. They brought over yet another cut of picanha, and this one is cooked rare. And they recommended I get some of the rare pieces. Oh my gosh. I think this might be the most tender cut. Barely need to chew this thing. I mean, the meat and that roasted charred fat at the end is like the beef version of that cherry on top of that cake. The beef rib, I've been into a piece that's basically all fat. I love that. Next up, a piece of pork belly with a piece of crispy, toasty skin. Oh, that was a luxurious piece of pork belly. Melts in your mouth, meat and fat, crunchy, airy skin. I got a couple more cuts of beef rib. Oh, I think this one is more tender than the last one. Oh my gosh. This is one of the best cuts. Beef rib, of course, is gonna be tender. This thing is tender, it's fatty, it's smoky. And look at all that juice that's in here. It's like a beef sponge. I think I like this as much as the picanha. Part of that beef rib was just toasty fat, coursing its way through the meat. The quality of beef here is much better than what I've had in the US. Also, this place is really not open all that long. I think for dinner, it's only open from 6 to 9:30, so 3.5 hours. And as soon as they open, this place is packed. Also, something I just found out about the Brazilian barbecue scene when I got here. The most popular Brazilian barbecue in Brazil, Fogo de Chao. Another big difference I noticed between barbecue in the US and Brazil. In the US, at least in my experience, they rarely bring the picanha to you. Here, they do it a lot. It's really hard for me to say no, so I've had a lot of plates of picanha. I think I'm beefed out. I haven't seen any other new cuts of meat floating by me, so 2 hours in, I'm gonna go ahead and call mercy. This place has absolutely exceeded my expectations. Not only are the cuts of meat absolutely mind-blowing, and from what my local friends tell me, it's never inconsistent. A lot of times when I go to a Brazilian barbecue in the US, sometimes it's great, sometimes not as good. Here, it's always good. The salad bar is good, the bread is good, the service is great. I couldn't understand the language, so they brought over a chart to show me what each piece is. Service, food, everything here. Spectacular. I think the only thing I didn't try that was floating around is the sausage and the chicken. But yeah, I think this wraps up my first and hopefully not my last Brazilian barbecue experience here in Brazil.